Hello. So today, what's coming through is the statement that the more you lighten up, the more you light up. And also, you can take that in reverse as well. The more you light up, the more you lighten up. And what that means is the more you lighten up, that's kind of related to what came through in the previous message, where not taking things so seriously can really allow you to raise your energies, raise your vibrations, your frequency higher. And lightening up is that. Just choosing not to take things so seriously, relaxing, and taking things in stride and choosing your response to things rather than reacting to what shows up in your life, in your experience. Because when you react, it's generally from a kind of programmed, often unconscious or subconscious level of your being, your awareness. And when that happens, you're in a reactive mode, a reactive state. So you're not really choosing consciously how you respond, and therefore you're not really choosing the level of energy, vibration, frequency that you move into in response to whatever it is. And of course, when we say we're triggered, that's a reactive response generally, because it is coming from a part of us that certainly has usually had some kind of trauma, some kind of injury, psychologically, physically, energetically. It's coming from a part of us that's not consciously aware, at least not fully, or that we're not fully consciously aware of. And therefore it is a kind of conditioned response, a programmed response. And that will create a level of being, of vibration, energy in our bodies that corresponds to whatever it is that originally was triggered, that originally has caused whatever it is that we're reacting to in the same way. Therefore, it keeps us on that same level of energy, of vibration, which often is on the level of whatever it was that caused us to have that reaction in the first place. Therefore, it's probably a low or lower vibration. It's a state that is coming from that place of trauma, of injury, of darkness, of conditioning. And therefore, if we respond in that way in the present, then we perpetuate that level of being. We don't rise beyond it. We don't allow ourselves to heal it. We just move into it again unconsciously. And when we're not conscious of it, we're not able to embrace it and bring it in consciously and explore where it's coming from. We're not therefore able to alchemize it, to heal it, to resolve it in any way. We can certainly be aware of the reaction that whatever these energies cause, yet if we're not openly accepting them, then we just add more energy to it as well. Like we say, oh, there I go again, reacting in that same way. Therefore, we're not really addressing it. We're not embracing it. We're just looking at it, and again, in that sense, we're reacting to noticing ourselves react or being triggered. And therefore, we're just perpetuating whatever it is that is having that reaction, that is being triggered by whatever external stimulus it may be. So lightening up is allowing ourselves to see those energies when they come to us that might trigger that kind of reaction, and allowing ourselves to, rather than be triggered by them, rather than react, we're allowing ourselves to have the choice and make the choice to respond in a way that is conscious and loving. And we can embrace these things, whatever they may be. We can also choose to remove ourselves or take a step back from the situation, at least temporarily, until we are able to meet it consciously. And that is a much more powerful and loving and a lighter way to move into it. And so that's what this message means by lightening up. And when we lighten up, then our energy, our vibration, our light increases, grows, expands, shines brighter. So therefore, by lightening up, we increase our light. We express more of it. We embody more of it. And as I said at the beginning, the reverse can also be true, in that when we are experiencing, allowing ourselves to experience or be in joy and have the experience and the expression of happiness, of joy, of gratitude, of inspiration, of fun, like we were talking about yesterday as a child, that is us being more in our light. And when we are more in our light, then our energies, our vibrations rise naturally, automatically. And that is lightening up. So it can go both ways, and it does go both ways. Yet it still takes some conscious awareness to be able to make that decision to be in that lighter state of being, to allow ourselves to be in that lighter state of being, rather than be in a reactive, conditioned, lower energy that we are often not even aware or not fully aware that we're in. It's just because we become so used to being in those lower states of being, which is at the moment why there is still a large percentage of the world, the population, living in those lower energies and vibrations without really being aware of it, other than we still sometimes, all of us get drawn into the lower vibrations sometimes, but without being fully aware that we're there, because it just feels like that's the natural way to be, just because we've been living predominantly in those vibrations for so long. Yet now everything is rising. Everything is lifting up in energies and light, in vibration, the entire world, the entire planet. And we, of course, with it, because we are here in that. And when we do experience these darker vibrations, these darker energies, these lower vibrations, it is because there is a lot of light around us, and it's bringing these darker things into greater view, greater clarity. We're seeing them because the light is shining on them, and we're feeling them because the light is rising all around us. And so it's bringing them into sharper focus, greater relief, I guess you could say, in the sense that it's bringing them up for our awareness so that we're able to deal with them. And then again, if we react in the way that we have in the past, we may be just perpetuating them. Yet we also have the ability at this point, when we're conscious of what these energies are bringing and what they are, we have the ability to respond consciously and lovingly and lighten up and be lighter in that way. And when we continue to do that, as many of us already are, then that continues to bring more and more light from within to the entire external world, however you want to perceive it, as well as increasing our light within. As within, so without. And that continues to be a beautiful service that we can all provide when we're aware and conscious and choosing to do so and to be so, simply by lightening up and allowing the light that is in us to shine. And you have this light. You are this light. So allow it to shine. Love you.